Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to try this out and kind of see how this flies. Today I am in Blender, the 3D modeling application that I use. It is free and open source, which means that you guys can download it and model along with me if you like. But today I'm going to take a little break from Boundless, and I'm going to do some modeling for some objects that I need. I am going to be making a video game of my own, and so I'm going to go ahead and start today making some of the objects for that. Let's do 5 radius. Let's see here. We probably only need this to be. I'm going to make a campfire today, just a basic one, and we're going to make this one. Actually, yeah, let's make this 12. Do a little bit of higher resolution, and then let's set the radius to. It's still using metric, so let's do probably about 10 centimeters. No, that'd be 20 centimeters, so that'd be 10 inches. So let's do about 5 centimeters. 10 centimeters across, yeah, about 5 inches. Okay, so whoa. 0.05 meters, there we go. And we probably only want this to be about 0.3 meters long. There we go. We were zoomed quite a ways out here. Okay, so let's see here. Before I go any farther, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come into my preferences here. Editor, preferences, and I'm going to turn on, let's see here. There should be some screencast. Buttons or something, text rendering menu, translations, display, themes, viewport. I've actually never done this before, so bear with me one moment, and I'm going to find the keys that will allow me to show you what I'm pressing and clicking and all that kind of stuff. So bear with me one moment. Okay, well, not sure exactly how to turn that on. I've kind of looked for it for a little while, and no luck. So I'm just going to continue modeling for right now, and I'll do a little bit of research before I do my next video, and we'll see if we can get that to work. Okay, so this is Blender 2.80, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add a couple of loop cuts here with Control R, and then I'm just going to right click after scrolling up to get 3 rings, and that will basically allow us to have some extra vertices to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let's see here. I want to add let's see here, Control Tab to select face mode, and Shift to hold down multiple, and then I'm going to hit the W key and subdivide those. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Can I do that? No. No, we'll undo that, and we'll use the knife tool, and we'll just cut. There we go. Okay, that'll work. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and select all 3 of those, and I'm going to extrude it slightly by pressing E. And then I'm going to go ahead and select some of these vertices and scale them slightly using the S key. just so that I've got a little bit more of a rounded look to this. This is just going to be a part of the tree, almost like an offshoot there. I'm going to grab this and move it up using the Z key. Grab for G and then Z to move it up on the Z axis. And then we're just basically going to let's go to edge selection. There we go. And we're basically just going to drag these around a little bit to give them a little bit of a different look. So that it doesn't all look uniform here. Let's see here, we're going to rotate that and grab it and move it up using the G key. Alright, perfect. So there's the basics of a log there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select these faces right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the I key, which will do an inset face, and then I'm going to extrude it in the negative direction so that we've got just a little bit of a ring there, like you would see if this part had been cut off and then the tree had continued to grow some. I'm just going to scale that a little bit so that we've got a little bit of an inside bevel there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be our first log. We're going to go ahead and hit tab to get out of there, and I'm going to go ahead and add another one, and we're just going to basically repeat this process. And let's see, we're going to do cylinder 1. Actually, let's move cylinder 2. And as you can see, I can select things over here in my pane to the right, and then I can also select them in the viewport. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into this one, and we'll do the same. And then this one, I'm just going to rotate some of these. I'm holding down the Alt key for my loop selection there, so Alt and left click. I have the left click as selection enabled. Most of you will probably be using the right mouse button unless you've changed that. We'll leave that one. Right there, I think. Well, now here, let's grab a couple of these and move them around a little. Just because it's pretty rare that you actually have a tree branch that's perfectly symmetrical. There we go. And let's grab that and move that a little bit as well. And we'll grab this one and move it. Let's grab these two and move them in slightly, just so that we've got a little bit of variation on the outside there. And it doesn't all look round all the way through. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and do that over here as well. And just grab a couple of these. Now again, Shift is your multi-selection. So you hold down Shift and you can select multiple faces, vertices, whatever you're working with. I'm going to go ahead and grab this and move it over here. And we're going to go ahead and add another cylinder. And we'll go ahead and repeat this here so that we've got another rod here, and we're going to go ahead and we'll just tinker with these a little bit as well. Just so that we've got a little bit of a variation. Rotate, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and we'll call that good. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and move a couple of these faces around. Woo! Oh, that's okay. And the other thing I could be doing too, I guess, if I wanted to do it, would be to use the proportional editing tool. And that would allow me to basically select a face here and drag and move stuff around. Okay, so that's got 3 different logs there. We'll go ahead and get out of the edit mode, and we'll see about moving these around a little bit so that we can make a full circle of logs. So I'm going to start by rotating each of these on the x-axis so that they are more or less laying down. Okay, good. And then I'm going to rotate each of these. We'll rotate this one on the Z and move that over. Yeah, let's do that right there. There you go. And as you can see, some of these have started to slide out of position a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and tap 7. Actually, no, that would be 3 or 1. 1 on my numpad. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and hit 7 again so that we're locked into top view here. And I'm going to go Shift D to duplicate, and then R to rotate. And we'll do about like that, and then do 2X. Whoops. Shift R, sorry, there we go. To do that again. And we'll do one more. There we go, so we've got a decent amount here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into a couple of these and kind of rotate them around a little bit so that they've got a little bit better positioning, that they would actually sit a little bit more like that if they were all jumbled up in a pile there. Let's see here, we'll rotate this one and grab that and move that a little bit as well. Rotate this one down and grab it and move it in. Let's go ahead and move this one up as well. And let's do this one. And rotate that up as well. There we go. And let's rotate this one down. Let's do this one and this one and this one, and rotate on the Z so that we've got a little bit of a variation there. There we go, and then yeah, so as you can see, we'll do this one and this one and that one, and rotate those slightly. guess I'm really trying not to get all of the same logs all in the same position, I guess. So let's see here, just to to provide a little bit of realistic variation. That one's probably a little bit too low. Okay, I think let's take this one, we'll rotate that up a little bit as well. Rotate this around slightly. There we go. Okay, so that's got a pretty decent looking fire there, I think. Rotate this one a little bit there. Perfect. Okay, so that's obviously a decent amount of wood. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hit B to box select and select all of those, and then I'm going to hit I think it's Control J to join them. There we go, so that those are all one object. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit let's see here, what is it, Control S? No, that's save. We'll leave that one. Shift S, cursor, no, whoopsie, there we go. Shift C, no. Okay, let's see here, set origin, Shift Control Alt C, set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Okay, so that's just basically made the center point right here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to come and drag this over here. We'll do this one on the y-axis over here so we can get that out of the way, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a rock just so that we can put one of those outside, or a bunch of those outside the ring over here. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use the icosphere here. That's much too big, so I'm going to leave the subdivisions at 2, and I'm going to bring the radius down to about 0.03. Yeah, that's maybe a bit too small. Let's do 0.05. That's pretty decent. That'll allow us some room to work with. Okay, and let's do subdivisions to... no, that's not quite enough. Can we do 1.5? No, we cannot. Okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and get into here then, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on proportional editing. There we go. And we'll just do a smooth fall off there, and we'll enable that to project 2D. And we should now, ooh, let's turn this way down. There we go. We should be able to now start dragging these around a little bit so that we can get more of a rock shape. There we go. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll just go ahead and move some of these around a little bit to just kind of disrupt that shape. Alright, that's good. We'll go ahead and get out of there now. And go ahead and we'll move this out on the y-axis also. And Shift C, and we're going to snap this selection to world origin. No, selection to cursor. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and drag this one into position around there. There we go, more or less there. We'll scale it up just a tad so that it fits a little bit better with the rest of the campfire. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go Shift D, R, and oh, that's right. don't mind. We're going to go ahead and let me see here, object mode. We're going to set this to 3D cursor. There we go, the pivot point. Okay, so now we can do Shift D R. There we go, and move it around. Okay, that'll give us enough to work with here, and we'll just start moving these around until we get just a basic pretty good cover. Alright, oh my goodness. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the B key again to select all of these, and then hold Shift and click it twice to get rid of that center point. Lock cursor and rotate this slightly. There we go. So that it's a little bit more level. Perfect. Okay. Now let's go ahead and we'll start rotating some of these. Whoop. We're going to set this back to individual origins. Okay, so that we can rotate some of these rocks a little bit differently. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and come off to the side here as well and rotate some of them just so that they are not all uniform there. Let's do like that. There we go. Rotate these down, and I'm basically just trying to create a semi-realistic look here. Like you'd kind of expect with a campfire. Okay, very nice. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of these again. I'm just going to drag them down just a little bit, like they'd be buried in the ground, just slightly. There we go. So that when we place this object in the world, it will have a little bit more realistic look. Okay, so there's our basic campfire. I'm going to go ahead and we'll zoom out here and see exactly how big this is. Now this is these big squares here. This distance is 1 meter. So if we drag this over here, that means that that campfire is about 3 feet across, or a little bit over 3 feet across. So instead of being that big, I'm just going to scale this down slightly because I don't really want it to be quite that large. And I'm going to move this around, and that looks like that's probably about maybe 2/3 of a meter there. So we're probably looking at about maybe 2¼ feet across. And that's probably about the size that I was looking for. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this. And let's see here, we're going to just save this as PFD objects. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Alright, and that is where we will leave the video for today. If you guys have liked this and have made it this far, go ahead and leave a like, and let me know if this is something you want me to continue doing. If there's something else you'd like to see, ooh, that was a bit weird. Let me know. I'm going to be doing these on Monday and do some modeling Mondays. And that's kind of going to be the plan moving forward here until I either get tired of doing it, or you get tired of seeing it, or I come up with something different. So, alright ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone. Ta-ta.